The Siege of Lille took place during the War of Devolution. Louis XIV's forces besieged Lille from August 10 to September 26, 1667. It was the only major engagement of the war. Lille was the first major victory for Vauban's siege techniques. Louis XIV, arguing that the Spanish dowry of his wife Maria Theresa of Austria had not been paid, began to expand French borders to the north and east, invading the Spanish Netherlands. This began a conflict with Spain that became the War of Devolution. After taking Charleroi, Tournai and Way, French troops laid siege to Lille, at that time part of the county of Flanders under Spanish rule. Siege techniques applied by the French military engineer Vauban were instrumental in the capture. Background: after the capture of Lille in 1304 by Philip IV the Fair, Lille, Douai and Bethune remained in the possession of Flanders, but had to pay an annual rent on to France. Louis XIV was intent on a final incorporation of Lille in France. On the 2nd of May 1667, Comte de Bruay, the governor of the province, told the magistrate of Lille that it was necessary to increase the custody of Lille and rejuvenate its composition, increase military reserves, fix and enhance capacity, and organize the outskirts Lille facilities for poor people. The magistrate fulfilled these requirements. At this time, French troops laid siege to Armentières and on the 28th of May took it. Bruges resigned between 6 and June 12. The king and the troops approached Hainaut. On the 16th of June he gave up Tours, Douai and Courtrai. Oudenarde also consistently capitulated. Louis XIV made a demonstrative attack on the Dendermonde and the Margrave followed with a cavalry corps. On the 10th of August the vanguard of the king came to Lille and immediately proceeded to the siege works. The work was done on the eastern edge of the river Becquerel, at the Thebes gate to the bastion Noble-Ture. The king personally led the siege. On the 11th of August Lunette, located in front of the gate Thebes, was taken by storm. On the night of the 19th of August, preparations were completed. The attack was carried out simultaneously on the right by the guard against the gates of Thebes and on the left by Picardy Orleans shells at Bastion Noble-Ture. On the 21st of August 21 the battery was finished. Their fire soon destroyed the battery door at Thebes, leading the defenders to build batteries on the bastions of St. Maurice and St. Mary Magdalene. In the latter was a famous battery Meunier that shelled longitudinal approaches to the position of the besieged. During this time, many fires were set. On the 23rd of August, besiegers built 4 gun batteries against Becquerel. The besieged had gunpowder only for 8 to 10 days, and the town bell began to light fires to signal the Spanish general. Count Maza knew that the city was in danger. The response lights on the hills near Kemel-Iperna were supposed to mean the expulsion of aid, not light. French corps openly went on the attack and took possession of Contrescarpe, Ravelin, Thebes Gate. Over the next 2 days the French intensified their fire and took the palisade. On the 26th of August the besieged made a sortie and the cavalry raided the camp of the besiegers. The following night, when the besieged rested after the attacks, the French guard, supported by 2 companies of musketeers, quietly attacked, rushing the gates of Thebes at half-moon and seized them. At the same time, the Auvergne-Caramini mastered Ravelin Noble-Ture. The attackers' losses were great, but the situation became critical. The magistrate asked the Bruhat to enter into negotiations with the king for an honorable surrender. Bruet gathered senior commanders who insisted on a counter-attack to retake both Ravelin, but the latter asked him to abandon this idea, as the troops were unprepared. Bruet entered into negotiations for the surrender of Lille on the 28th of August. King entered the city and took an oath to protect the city's privileges. Aftermath. According to the agreement Aachen 1668, Lille was finally annexed to France. Louis XIV had Vauban, who received a scar during the siege when a bullet hit to his cheek, refortify the town. In recognition of his achievements, Vauban was also given direction of engineering projects in the Louisvois department.